Can you guys hear me okay? All right, so for those that don't know me, my name is Kristen Ferrier. I have been a software developer in the Oklahoma area for 15 plus years, heavily active in Techlahoma and the pre-Techlahoma community. Also was founder of OKC SQL several years ago, and I currently have my own consultancy actually based out of here in Starspace. So Kimberly asked me to speak today, so I'm basically going to speak about relationship building in the IT community. So the first thing I'll say is, a lot of us can be really shy or introverts here in the community. I took the Myers-Briggs test in college and I came back about as introvert as you can possibly come back. And I have lots and lots of friends in the Techlahoma community. My husband, who's actually at my desk right now at Starspace 46, he's actually really shy. He also has relationships in the IT community. So you can be shy, you can be an introvert, and you can still build lots of relationships. And part of the thing about building relationships in the Techlahoma community, it's about building real, genuine relationships. Sometimes you go to events that aren't for IT, and it's about networking. It's kind of awkward, and you don't know who to talk to. It's a lot of really great people here in the community that you can build relationships with. So real quick, why would you want to build relationships? One, it can be really fun. You can also learn your skills faster, and then it might also help you find a job later. So just for fun, we've got a lot of people here, for example, that are trying to learn web development. They either want to become a developer or you're already a developer, you've kind of got something already built in, but you might find someone that also likes Stargate or Star Trek Discovery or some kind of other interest that you have. Another thing, it can help you learn your skills faster. So for example, Jesse Harlan, Techlahoma Foundation president, he's really amazing with JavaScript. We first met actually at a SQL event, actually. We started chatting, and he actually helped me out with some JavaScript with jQuery when jQuery was really popular. So you can also learn your skills faster. And then also, it can help you in your job search. So you're looking for a new job or you're looking for that first job, you can start asking people, hey, I'm looking for a job. What are some of the really awesome companies to work for in Oklahoma City or Tulsa or wherever you're looking? Or if it's someone that knows you pretty well, hey, what places do you think would be a great fit for me? We're going to hear a presentation later talking about the right company for you. There are so many different size companies. There are different cultures and different size companies that are right fits for people. So that's a conversation that you can get going. Now, one thing I would say with respect to resumes, I would typically let someone offer to take your resume and pass it around. It can be kind of an awkward conversation if someone is like, hey, Kristen, I know you work at such and such company, and could you pass my resume along? I've actually had that happen at a Sunday school before with someone that I had never met before, and they were wanting me to pass their resume along. And the first impression I got from them is they might not be a right culture fit for the company I was at. So it was kind of an awkward conversation. You also may have someone, hey, they work at company A, you want to work at company A. They may be thinking company A is horrible, they want to leave company A, and they may not want to pass your resume along because they don't think you're a good fit there because they don't like the company. So that's one thing I would say with resumes is you potentially will have people offer to pass your resume along, but I would say that's kind of the one thing. Let someone volunteer to do that for you. Now on the note for job search, my last 3 corporate jobs that I have had all came through people I knew. One of them was people I knew from a previous employer. They loved where they were at. They were trying to recruit me when I was looking to leave where I was at. Gave them a call. When they had an opening, they gave me a call. The position was pretty much mine to lose at that point. The second case was a case where it was actually a recruiter from a staffing firm that you'll see that will sponsor some events. In this case, she went on to work to Devon Energy. I was interested in working at Devon Energy, gave her a call, and she pretty much took my resume, went past the first screen immediately to the hiring manager. And then my most recent corporate job that I was at, because now I have my own consultancy, was someone that I'd known in the community for more than 10 years, before it was even the Techlahoma community. He took my resume and passed it along. So the people that you know can be great resources for helping find a job, even though that's not why we're really building the relationships. Long term, you can have those conversations. So how can you build relationships if you're new? One of the things at meetups is that I oftentimes try to do is sit next to people that I've never met before. So I sat next to Marcus in the back, had a great conversation with him. Hadn't met him before. That was really great. I could have sat next to Kimberly, who I've known for several years, but I wouldn't have met anyone else new. And Kimberly and I can talk on Slack whenever we want to. So that's one of the things I try to do. At conferences, which can be a little bit bigger, also sitting people next to you that you don't know can be really beneficial. Now, one thing for people that are new or not new that's kind of starting to take hold at conferences is people are coming up with the idea of basically forming a U. So if you've got like Kimberly and I and Carson, I believe, like if we were having a conversation and we wanted like other people to join our conversation, we would, like, I guess in our case, form a triangle, but kind of like a U that would show, hey, we've got space in our group so that you can come up and join that conversation. If 2 more people join that conversation, then we'd form a U, make sure we don't have a circle so that new people can come up. So I'd say if you're at a conference, definitely look for people that are in that U format. And if you're someone that's not new to conferences and you want people to come up and join your group, I'd highly recommend forming that U so that you can have more people come up and talk to you. So that's basically my talk on building relationships. If you'd like to talk to me later on the Techlahoma Slack, which if you're not in Techlahoma Slack is a great way to meet a lot of people, I'm Energy Dev, Energy DEV. So some people think that's because have been in the energy industry. It's because actually I was at a SQL event one time and I used to have like a whole lot more energy when I was younger. And so they would introduce me and say, this is Kristen and she has a lot of energy. So you'll notice an energy trend. So on Twitter, I'm SQL Energy. On GitHub and Slack, I'm Energy Dev. I would love to talk to anyone else. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stay to the end of the event today, but I'd love to talk to people more about building relationships. I also kind of consider myself like a connector in the community, people that like to point people to other people that might have similar interests. So that's my presentation. I'm at 6 minutes, so I don't know if I have time to, does anyone have a couple of quick questions? Or, because Ava's going to talk. All right, well, it was super fun talking to you guys, and next is Ava, and she's going to be great.